Do you find it difficult to reminisce and tell these stories without feel like you're bragging or people think that you're showing off?
Honestly, I did at first because I would just share, and people like, oh, he just talking, he don't know these people. So then what I started to do, I started to just saying, lean back, and you know, and then I happened to be in a situation where one of those persons like come up to me, you know, I share a story with you. When I was working in the music industry at the time, and during that year, they had the hip hop summits. The How Can I Be Down this year? That particular year, they had it in New York, and I had two guys with me that I went to college with. We went to high school together too, and they were trying to do their thing. And I was telling them, I was like, "Yo, I'm waiting for y'all. Let's do this." And what I'm saying, I said, "Yeah, I know Premier. I know such and such." You know what I'm saying? And we were at this we pulled up in front of one of these clubs where they were having like these like I don't want to say talent show, but showcase some of the artists, and some of the artists that were on, I guess, Gangstar label, or working with Gangstar at the time, R.I.P. Guru. And
RP Guru.
when we pulled up and we was trying to get in, they knew somebody that was on that show too, and they was trying to figure out how to get in. We was gonna figure out what we gonna do. Premier walks up, and Premier was like, I said, "Yo, Premier, what up?" And he looked, you know what I'm saying? He's like, "Yo, what's up? What you doing out here?" I said, "We trying to get in." Why? He said, "Why you waiting? Come on, let's go in." So they looked at each other. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say nothing. And we walked in and we enjoyed that night. You know, so it's things like that, and I don't like to brag, but I just like to share stories like that because you just never know who's around you and who is a resource to you, and don't be afraid to be a resource. We are here physically. We are meant to be used and helped by each other, not abused. Don't get it twisted, but used. You know what I'm saying? My moms would always tell me that. She'd say, "Let God use you." You know what I'm saying? Be a blessing. You know what I'm saying? I always tell people that now, and she'll always tell me, "Be careful how you walk." She'll always tell me that. Be careful, son. Be careful how you walk.
I believe blessings come through people.
Yeah.
And I asked you that question because I've had the privilege to live a pretty exciting life when it comes to music and entertainment, right?